Congrats, you made it to the weekend. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's Friday Night Unmasked. I'm Roger. This is my wife, Jan. And this is just a chance to relax, take a deep breath, have some fun with one another, and take those masks off. We can see your smiles. We'd love to see your smiles. And we're hanging out virtually every Friday night. We do it at 7 o'clock on Facebook Live. And thank you. Thank you for joining us. We hope you've had a great week. And it's just a kickback time. Time to grab a cold one. Cheers. You made it to the weekend. Jan, what's in your glass tonight?
White wine.
I've got my Blue Moon, but I forgot to get that orange to support our citrus farmers. But anyway. Sorry. Hey, it's been a great week. Go Chiefs!
Go Chiefs!
They are in the playoffs. They will play the... who do they play Sunday? The Bills, the Buffalo Bills. We've got some good Bills friends that are fans, so we're going to be going back and forth on Facebook Live. Of course, we've come to Knoxville from Florida, so we're also Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans with Tom Brady. Yes. And they'll be playing the Packers before the Chiefs play, but go Chiefs! We're having a great time tonight on Friday Night Unmasked. Hey, look who's checking in. Our buddy George Crotty. Cheers from Lakeland. Hey, George, thanks for joining us, man. And that's what this show is all about. It is all about you. So please, if you have a comment or whatever, we would love to hear from you. Art Fisher is drinking Bud Light tonight. Thank you, Art, for joining us on the show. Not quite as tasty as a Blue Moon, but we're glad you're with us tonight. Hey, we've got a big show lined up. We're going to check in with my co-host from B97.5, Ashley Adams. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I have joined the little wine club tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. What's in your glass there, Ashley?
Oh, actually, it's cranberry and champagne. So it's
wow, what a little
holiday
mixture with
yeah.
Ashley Adams. You're a big football fan. We know that you love the Colts, but they got knocked out of the playoffs. So who are you cheering for now?
You know, I'm just gonna have to tell you, I love Tom Brady, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna be rooting for the Buccaneers against the Packers.
Okay.
But I love Mahomes. So I'm gonna go with your Chiefs. All right, Chiefs-Bills game.
You know, Mama Jean, the sports fan, my 89-year-old mother, who lives with us, who's normally on Friday Night Unmasked, she's just that she went to Dr. Whittle, otherwise known as the dermatologist, a couple weeks ago, and she got a little spot cut off on her lip. You can't hardly see it, but she doesn't want anybody to see it. She's going to join us next week, but she has kept a close eye on Patrick Mahomes this week. And she says that he's been cleared by the NFL to play.
That's fantastic news. We didn't know that today.
Yeah, we were watching that this morning, weren't we?
Yeah.
Lori Becker's checking in. Hey, Lori, thanks for watching tonight on Facebook. We appreciate you. So you're going to go for the Bucs, and then you're going to go for the Chiefs. And now, here's the big question, Ashley. If that's the lineup for the big game, February the 7th, who are you rooting for there?
Ooh.
Next week. Ask her next week.
We'll ask next week.
Yeah, we'll think about that when we get there.
Yeah.
We had some fun on the show, on the B Morning Show at B97.5. We thank you for waking up with us every morning. We love to wake you up. Michelle's been on vacation, and this was funny. This was so much fun. Ashley, you made this so much fun. Michelle loves to bet. She normally doesn't do well in betting. So you and I picked our picks for the big playoff games, and then you pretended to be Michelle making her picks.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of that.
So I think this is me doing Michelle. I think I am going to go with Green Bay, and I'll go with the Bills. We basically left her with those teams.
So what that means is one of those teams is probably going to lose, so she's going to come back owing us a dozen donuts.
Yep.
Cool.
David Elder checking in. Dave, I used to work with Dave at Hall Communications. Happy weekend from Connecticut. Dave, thanks for checking in. Lacey Durance. Hey, Lacey, thanks for checking in. We've got Daryl Purcell going to be cheering for the Bucs. So, Daryl, we appreciate you joining us tonight on Friday Night Unmasked. Now, Ashley, we have some very good friends joining us on the show tonight. We would like to welcome Garrett Wagley from Make-A-Wish, East Tennessee. Garrett, I know, it's radio. Usually in radio, and Robin's laughing. I've got my script right in front of me, and I got to look over here at these little sticky notes on my screen. Garrett is with Make-A-Wish East Tennessee. Robin Wilhoit is on WBIR Channel 10, and you guys are cooking up something special. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so we're doing the third installment of a virtual event that we started a few months ago. So it's a virtual event like this, and we bring people in and have them host a session where they teach people how to cook a dish or two or three. And while they do that, they get to ask questions, they get to know people, and so it's a really intimate setting where they get to learn about a dish, but they also get to learn about the person that's leading the session. So we're doing this with Robin and her husband Brent on Valentine's Day, so you can get together with your sweetheart and see Robin and Brent cook a couple of dishes and have some fun. So February 14th from 5 to 7, we're all inside now. We've all been cooking during the pandemic, so this is another opportunity to do that and do it in a special way, and also help make wishes happen here in East Tennessee for kids that are battling critical illnesses.
All right, Robin, what are you and your husband Brett going to be cooking?
Okay, so this could go very well or very badly, but this is the goal. We are going to have penne pasta with vodka sauce, and then we will have a chopped salad. But the wonderful thing about the chopped salad, it is going to be my husband's out of this world homemade blue cheese dressing. Then we will have French bread. And to top it off, we will have a chocolate mousse. You have to have chocolate on Valentine's Day. So that is the menu. How it will turn out, we'll find out. Stay tuned.
All right. Robin, who's the chef? Let's be honest. Who is the bigger chef or chefette in your house? You or your husband?
Okay, so here's the thing. He's a great cook, and he can grill up a storm. So I will give him that. But when it comes to, I think, just everyday kind of cooking, just spaghetti, stuff like that, it's me. So he might argue with me about it, but no, and that's the great thing. We enjoy cooking, and we enjoy cooking together. So I think this is going to be so much fun. We're looking forward to it, and obviously love that we are able to support Make-A-Wish. It's going to be a great evening.
Yeah. Great point, Robin. And Garrett, as you know, with the social distancing, everybody has to wear a mask. We can't get together in groups. This is awesome that you and your team at Make-A-Wish East Tennessee can do this virtually. And how have you guys kind of reinvented yourself besides just the virtual events you're doing at Make-A-Wish?
Yeah, so we've pivoted, as you say. So as lots of folks have said during the coronavirus, so we're still granting wishes, but we're granting wishes that don't involve travel and don't involve large crowds. And that's, when people think of Make-A-Wish, traditionally they think of somebody going on a trip or going to a theme park or a concert or something like that. So instead, we've done a lot of wishes where kids have gotten a puppy or a swing or a play set. Really cool thing, and I think this is one of the great things that has come out of what we've learned, is that we've done some virtual celebrity wishes. So in the past, a kid might want to meet Oprah or John Cena or anybody else you can think of, and that would involve travel and a backstage moment, and they might get 5 to 10 minutes with the celebrity, and kind of shake their hands, meet them, get a T-shirt, have something signed. We've had wishes all across the country, but here in East Tennessee too, where kids have met a celebrity, a YouTube star, a couple of the people that I've named, and they've spent anywhere from 30 minutes to 90 minutes with that celebrity. They've really got to know them. They've exchanged email addresses and cell phone numbers so they could text each other. So it's really been a really cool, creative way to stretch that wish into a lifelong, could potentially be a lifelong relationship, and something that they'll certainly remember forever.
Excellent, Garrett and Ashley. Make-A-Wish is dear to your heart.
Yeah, but right now I'm ready for a little cooking. Cooking going on.
You be sure to join us, okay?
I've already got my ticket, girlfriend. I
Good,
can't wait.
good.
I love the Make-A-Wish kids. They are dear to my heart. I love Make-A-Wish of East Tennessee, Garrett, that you've taken over here in Knoxville. It is blossoming. It is blooming. And we're just so excited. And as I said, I got my ticket. I just need instructions.
We'll get
Thank you,
there.
Ashley.
Yeah,
Ashley, you've been a great friend to Make-A-Wish East Tennessee for a long time. So appreciate that. You know, glad that you're our friend.
All right, Garrett, who's your pick on Sunday? Big game.
Shoo, I guess Kansas City. I'm a big college football fan.
Yes.
I always have been. Kid growing up in Tennessee, you that's what you follow. So once they go to the pros, I think the only game that I watch every year is the Super Bowl. So I'll look forward to that. But otherwise, I think you're probably wearing the best team that's left right now.
Well, I'm going to add to that right now, Garrett. I've also got their championship hat from last year as well. So, Robin, how about you? Any picks for Sunday's games?
I'll go with what Garrett said.
Okay. All right. So, since you're the chef coming up with Make-A-Wish, what do you make on Super Bowl Sunday for a snack for your family?
You know what we do? This is something we've been doing for years. It's a recipe I got out of Southern Living, and it's so good. You take a bowl, like one of those bread bowls, round bread, whatever. They call it a bowl, but it's just a round sourdough type thing. You cut it out, take all the inners out of the bowl of bread, and then you layer it with mustard and ham and turkey and cheese and grilled veggies, and you just keep layering it, and then you put the top on the bread and you roll put it in tinfoil, put it in the oven, comes out, it's just melty goodness. So good. So good.
Now, guys, see how good she is. You need to join her and her husband Brett February the 14th. Make-A-Wish. And Garrett, where can we find out more information on that?
Yeah, you can go to the Make-A-Wish East Tennessee website, etn.wish.org, etn.wish.org, or you can find us on Facebook, Make-A-Wish East Tennessee. There's lots of information at both places. You'll find your way to Eventbrite from either of those websites. Register, it's $50. All the proceeds go to make wishes happen, and you'll be all set. We'll send you an email with the ingredient list so that you can cook along with Robin and Brent.
Garrett and Robin, we just got a cool message. It's a little large to put on the screen. It's from Lori Becker. She says, Make-A-Wish made her son's wish come true a few years ago. He was able to meet Luke Bryan, and then they went to the Palm Beach Zoo.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So that's the kind of work you and Robin and Brett are doing. And I see that you did not invite Brett into this evening, Robin, but that's okay.
He's making dinner.
He's making dinner. Hey, you need to go back to work. WBIR's Channel 10, Robin Wilhoit, thank you so much for joining us tonight on your lunch break. God bless you and your family for all that you do.
Well.
And Garrett Wagley, thank you for joining us on Friday Night
Thanks,
Unmasked.
Roger.
And we're going to put this up on Facebook. We'll also have something on the screen a little bit later on the show, how people can connect virtually on February the 14th. You guys are great. Have a great weekend.
You too. Take care.
Thanks,
guys.
Roger.
Thank you. Well, Ashley, that was fun. Thanks for introducing us to your friends.
Oh, man, I love them. Robin has such a kind, giving heart. Garrett, the passion that he has for Make-A-Wish, it's just, he's a torch for it. And you can feel it. And I think the wonderful thing about doing the Cooking with Wishes, if you think about putting on events for charities, there are things you have to pay for: tents, chairs, lights. Well, this one, you don't have to worry about farming out some of the money you make off the tickets. So it can all go to granting these wishes for the kids, which is so beautiful. Cook a little bit, learn a little bit, and then bless these kids.
Yes.
You betcha, Ashley. We love your heart. It's just an awesome honor to be part of your team on the B Morning Show at B97.5. We had so much fun this week. So much fun this week.
We did. I think it's a food week.
It's a food week.
We started with food. We bet Michelle with food. And we've got Robin and Garrett with food. Oh.
Let's talk about one of the things we mentioned this morning on the B Morning Show, B97.5. You know, we grew up, you came home after school, you were starving, you were hungry, and there was that snack that you always look forward to walking through the door, but it didn't end there. There are folks, including me and you and Jan, still eating those childhood snacks. Ashley, what is it for you?
Mine, the Little Debbie oatmeal creams. I love them. They bend, you know, and the cream is in there. I just love those things. A box does not survive in this house.
But you told a really funny story. When you go to the grocery store, it's not for you.
Oh no, it's not. I'll put everything in there. I'll get everything from Little Bites to Nutter Butters to pinwheels, pecan pinwheels, and I'll get the Little Debbie's. I'll get the Swiss cake rolls, and I'll come through my cart, and the grocery lady will go, "Wow!" And I said, "Oh, it's all for the children."
It sure
But
is.
much of it goes right here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, the pinwheels. Remember the pinwheels, the cinnamon rolls, the little ones?
Yeah.
Put the butter on top, and then it was the pop-up toaster, not the one you stuck in, but the door open. What was that? The toaster where you could slide them in there and
Toaster
heat them up.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh, so good.
those were good.
Warm
Lori
'em up
Becker.
just a little bit, and then you unroll them. You know.
Oh,
rinse 'em.
yeah. Got some people to shout out to. Lori Becker says, love, make a wish. Thank you for checking in. Hey, we've got a lot of people checking in. Lee Lowlence.
Hey, Lee.
We miss you too, my brother. Lee is with the Secret Service.
Oh.
He's a chaplain with the Secret Service.
Wow.
One of the first chaplains ever with the Secret Service. We love Lee. He lives down in Florida. We're glad he's watching. We've just got a lot of friends watching. Tell you what, let's do. Let's have some fun with the comments, Ashley and Jan. What we're going to do is we're going to open the comments. What is your favorite snack food that you loved growing up as a kid that you're not afraid to admit you still eat it today as an adult? Your favorite snack food as you grew up with a kid. Ashley, we've also been talking about on the show getting both cars in the garage here in Knoxville, Tennessee. I think we can squeeze one in after this week.
We're getting there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So who gets the position?
This young lady right
The
here.
pole position goes to Jan.
Yeah, Jan gets the pole position, and we're working on that. So if you've got any ideas on how to straighten up the garage, just hit me on Facebook. We've done that. And another project we've been working on is the builder said, hey, I want you to go through the house, put blue tape on the nicks or whatever. And it took us, oh my gosh, how many hours? 10 hours to do that. So Ashley, our house looks like Macaulay Culkin. Remember in Home Alone after he shaved?
Yes.
The aftermath with his face? That's what the walls of our home look like.
Blue
I
dots.
see that. Is that what's on behind you up
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, here on the, see those blue
There's a
dots right
couple.
there? There's a
Yeah.
That's just
hey,
a few.
we're an open book. We're Friday Night Unmasked. Thanks for joining us. Oh, George Crotty, our friend George, he says Susie Q's.
Those are good.
Susie Q's.
Yeah.
Favorite? Yeah. Isn't that the one that's like the pad, like you could pole vault on and land on? Isn't that the one
Like,
we were talking
Is
about?
it this one? It's like the square
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
The cream in the middle? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Timothy Thompson says Rice Krispie treats. That's
Ooh,
always
that's a
good.
good one.
Yeah.
Hey, Christine Fry is watching tonight on Facebook Live, Friday Night Unmasked, and she's working at Target right now. We love Target.
On their dime.
That's right, on their dime. Hopefully she's on a
That's the way to
break
do it.
like our friend Robin Wilhoit from WBIR Channel 10, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Lori says Devil Dogs and Funny Bones. You remember Devil Dogs and Funny Bones?
I don't.
Devil Dogs, I remember. I don't know if I remember Funny Bones. Might have to have a description of that.
Yep.
Tell her
Remember?
to post a picture.
Yeah, post a picture.
the
Remember
comments.
King Ding Dong?
King?
Ding Dongs?
Oh, ding
Yeah.
They
dongs,
came
yeah.
in the box and they were like in aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Oh, man, with a
Yeah,
cold
that's
glass
right.
of milk.
Mine were Twinkies.
Yeah. But if I was going to, what was the one with the cake on the bottom? It's got the chocolate and then the white scribble. What is that one? The hostess.
Oh,
Is that just the
Ding
hostess
dongs?
cupcake?
That's ding dongs, isn't it?
it might have had a little scribble on the top. Yes,
The
yes,
little white scribble. And
yes.
then you'd always eat like the chocolate layer off the top. Then you'd eat the cake with the cream in it. So. And
Boy,
the
too bad
snowballs.
Michelle's not here. She'd be having a good time with us, wouldn't she?
Oh, yeah. Remember the snowballs? That
Oh,
came in
yeah.
Oh,
the
the
packets?
goo.
And if you took them out, you could go like that, and it makes the round
Coconut.
snowball.
It's like-
And when you bit it, that marshmallow chew just stretched. Oh, that was fun.
But when you stuck them together, it really didn't look like a snowball.
No, well, no, it's just a nice round deliciousness.
Renee Butler says, laughing my head off, taught you well. Christina says, nope. Christine says, nope. Probably doesn't like our. Oh, George Crotty has another one. Zingers. Remember the zingers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember seeing-
Oh, you had the Halloween zingers.
Yes.
You had the Christmas zingers.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. How about Pix straws? The
Pixie
straws,
sticks.
pixie stick straws?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, look at this one. This one's a good one right here, especially baling hay out on the farm in Kansas on my grandparents' farm. I used to always love to come in and have a cold RC cola.
Oh my goodness.
But
Moon pie.
Timothy wants an old moon pie to go with that. I think you gifted me a moon
did.
pie recently.
Mhm.
I did. Wait, hang on.
Uh-oh. Ashley Adams from the B Morning Show has something. She's got some show and tell here for us here.
And what else did I gift you with?
Yahoo.
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo.
Yahoo!
Yeah.
You know, that's still
Yoo-hoo!
chilling in the fridge, Ash.
I wonder where that
I
came
know.
from.
Yeah.
That's- It's been chilling in the fridge. Yeah, I haven't. It came in a 4-pack when I got you. I almost brought you another one.
Maybe G-Man, your son, could drink that. Hey, Lori says that Funny Bones are made by Drake's. And if I'm not mistaken, Michelle from the B Morning Show said
Yeah.
that the Drake's did a knockoff of one of the snacks that we had in the Midwest because she was raised in the Northeast.
Yeah, I think that was their version of it. Ours was Hostess.
Yeah.
And hers was Drake's.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All
Doesn't
right.
matter. They're still snacks and they're still good.
They are. Ashley, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Can you stick around for a little bit?
Sure will. I'm going to listen to Sweet Tea and I'm going to hear some music.
Sweet Tea from Tennessee, how are you?
Hey, you didn't ask me about my snack.
What's your favorite snack from the good old days, girl?
My favorite snack used to be Count Chocula cereal,
Mm.
but we had to sneak it in because my mom thought it was of the devil and we can't have vampires in my house because we're Baptist. So I was like having to sneak it in. So I'm like, and then one time I snuck in some Frankenberry. I just went wild. So I don't know. We had cereal because that's just what we had. We didn't buy fancy Debbie cakes or we buy those generic sandwich cookies. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah,
They
the
didn't have a
generic
name.
Oreos, nothing like those.
Or those little things that would fit on your finger, the little cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put them on our middle finger and think we were bad.
We hear you've had a busy week, Sweet Tea.
Oh, Lord Roger. It started out crazy because my family had a wedding. So we decided, we being my family, not me, but I say it because sometimes they think I don't include myself like I'm somebody that's not in the family. And I'm like, I only wish it. So anyway, they decided that they were going to get married after the church service in the little Baptist church in our community. So that way the family would come to church. That was all a trick by my grandmama. She does that. She'll like trick you into church and nothing. So anyway, it's a little bitty Baptist church. Well, first of all, a bunch of people, it's a little church. It's like so small you have to go outside and change your mind. And that's why none of them ever have any other thoughts. So anyway, so they're in this little packed church, and then my niece was going to get married. Now, I said I'd say her name, make her feel famous. So Melissa and Todd were getting married. So they were getting ready to get married. Now, first of all, I do have to mention that my Uncle Ernest had never been in church. And he sat in the middle of the row, so it wasn't really good when they said, hey, turn in your hymnal. And he had to get out because he thought he had to give his hymnal back to the usher. I'm like, Lord, Uncle Ernest. Well, then they had communion, the Lord's Supper. I like to use the word communion because my family thinks I'm fancy. So the preacher was up there and he's like, the bread is the body of Christ and the juice is the blood of Christ. Well, the minute he said blood, all the little kids were like, eee, blood. And I'm like, they ain't going up there, I can tell you right now. So anyway, we did the Lord's Supper and the body of Christ was Hawaiian bread. Well, my whole family had the discussion about the Hawaiian bread. And then my mama was like, it's because Jesus was from Hawaii. And I'm like, what? Jesus is not from Hawaii. And then my mama was like, yeah, because he's from some exotic place. I'm like, Mama, I would not consider where he was born exotic. But I'm like, you believe whatever you want to. Well, then my Uncle Ernest was upset because the juice was not wine and it wasn't fermented. And he didn't understand that because he was like, well, Jesus has been around a long time. This should have fermented. I'm like, Lord, Uncle Ernest, I can't even explain church to you. Well, let me get back to the crazy service. So, you know how in a service, they're like, does anybody have a problem? Speak now, forever hold your peace. And everybody sits there like, nobody's going to say anything because that's just crazy. I don't care what we know about the bride. We ain't saying it because we want them to get hitched, right? Well, not my sister Vicky. She jumps up and says, I do because they didn't vote the same way.
Oh.
And I was like, Lord God, they're bringing politics in the church. I don't usually speak up because, you know, I can't handle the craziness. But I said, we're not going to talk about politics in church. And my sister was like, this ain't about politics. This is about, we had the contest about the best garage in town. And we all know that Todd's daddy owns the Sherlin garage. And, you know, his daddy he's been doing mechanics for like 30 years. And so anyway, what happened was Lisa, the bride, did not vote for Sherlin's garage. Instead, she voted for Imogene's Turbyfield garage because she painted it pink and she thought it looked like bubble gum. I was like, it wasn't about garages on a house, but Lord God, she is dumb as rocks. And rocks are dumb, that's what I understand. Well, I don't mean talk down to the rocks. I'm sorry, you're not dumb. You're just intelligence lacking. Well, anyway, so then she also let my 12-year-old niece vote. And my 12-year-old niece, she voted for the parking garage. Because when her mama drives in a parking garage, it's like, you know, riding a roller coaster because her mama's crazy. Well, anyway, let's get back to the wit. So the preacher was like, okay, let's have an agreement. I got to give it to that Baptist preacher, Preacher Jones. Lord, he has the patience. Anyway. So anyway, they were sitting there and he's like, okay, here's the deal. I'm going to marry you, but you got to promise you're going to come to counseling. Oh, I forgot to tell you the big old part. Sherlin's garage lost by 1 vote.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Didn't get the trophy, blamed it all on Lisa and her crazy daughter. And I'm like, you know what? They kind of deserve that, so I ain't saying anything. But I'm like, whatever, Lisa, crazy. Anyway, so got the pastor preacher was like, okay, if you agree to counseling, I'll finish the surgery. And we were all like, oh my God, we haven't had a family member that's agreed to counseling in years. I almost teared up. I was like, oh my God, we're like people, like real people. You know how everybody in the world goes to counseling except us. You know, but they don't tell about it, which is fine. Anyway. So they were like, yes, we agree. We'll come here and meet with you every week. And then the Preacher Jones said, no, I don't mean I'm doing the counseling. I want you to go down the street to the Methodist church. Well, I will tell you, the whole church was like, what is going on? There was a big old sigh that was so large it about blew off Reverend Jones's toupee. And I was like, oh no. And then everybody couldn't figure it out. But guess what, Roger?
What?
I knew. It's because the Methodist preacher can drink. And he thought if they come down there to counseling, they're going to need to drink. And so, you know what they did? Todd took off his hat. He kissed the bride. And now they're married till death or somebody else or beer do them part. So
Awesome.
I'm happy for him. That was a highlight of my week. It took me all week to get over it because the phone calls were crazy and I was trying to explain the Lord's Supper. I was trying to explain, you know, the Methodist, and it was like just a lot of work. And I'm like, I'm exhausted.
Well, Sweet Tea, thanks for, you know, getting some energy and joining us tonight. We appreciate you. It was a highlight of our week.
Well, Lord, Roger, you need to get out more, Pumpkin. I don't know. Jan, take him somewhere because Jan's over there like, well, my life is much more interesting, which it should be. God love you, Jan. So anyway, let Jan take you out somewhere, please.
We will.
We're going to get out tomorrow night, we promise. And will he love the shower curtain? Still quarantining in the bathtub, we see.
Roger, I bought fancy shower curtains because I thought, you know what? I'm going to get something fancy because, last time I had little feet all over my shower curtain and people were like, well, somebody walking on your shower curtain? And I'm like, Lord God, who does that? Are you crazy? So anyway, then I got polka dots and people thought it was a twister game. And I ain't like that. I ain't like that in my bathroom. No. So I was like, no, that ain't it. So anyway, nope, this is my fancy shower curtain. And here I sit in my bathroom because it's peace and quiet.
Well, thank you for hanging out with us on Friday Night Unmasked. Sweet tea from Tennessee. Hang around, ladies and gentlemen. Here they come. It is the Rusty Wright Band live on Friday Night Unmasked.
We are searching for someone, nature of our kind. Bring two souls together, hope that love will make them blind. Many are the pitfalls on the road to forevermore. One false step could leave you wishing for the way it was before. Got to keep your mind up sharp when the heart leads the way. Easy to get lost and spend your life in yesterday. Devils in the details, could be trouble up ahead. Devils in the details, might be happiness instead. Love is complicated and you can't deny. But the devil's in the details every time. Oh, you don't need to be some kind of made up Superman. We all work together, we just do the best we can. Everyone gets lonely, we all been there before. Searching for the answer, release the sand restored. Got to keep your mind up sharp when the heart leads the way. Easy to get lost and spend your life in yesterday. Devils in the details, could be trouble up ahead. Devils in the details, might be happiness instead. Love is complicated and you can't deny. But the devil's in the details every time. See you dancing. Looks real smooth. You'd like to talk to her. Not quite sure. It's getting kind of late. It's either do or die. So you walk on over. And it happens. Well, the devil's in the details, could be trouble up ahead. Devils in the details, might be happiness instead. Love is complicated and you can't deny. The devil's in the details every time. Devils in the details, could be trouble up ahead. Devils in the details, just might be happiness instead. Love is complicated and you can't deny that the devil's in the details every time.
Oh, yeah. Friday Night Unmasked.
Awesome.
It's the Rusty Wright Band live. We're talking about Rusty Wright, Lori LaCrosse Wright, and Nick Allen. Thank you, guys. Great to have you back on the show. How's everybody doing?
Great to be back, man. It's awesome, man. We missed you, bro.
We've missed you, too. Nick and I worked at 97.5 WPCV in Lakeland, Florida. Nick is still with the station. Great radio group. I was blessed to have another opportunity that came out of the blue, and we're chasing a dream here in Knoxville, and it has been a dream, Nick, to be with Ashley and Michelle on B97.5. It's a whole lot of fun, which leaves you a great opportunity down south.
Yeah, I know. We're praying. We're keeping our fingers crossed, toes crossed, eyes crossed, whatever else we can cross.
And you guys sound great. Is that an original? And if it is, tell us about that song.
Yeah, that's well, it's one of mine. I do most of the songwriting for the group. Everybody works really hard on everything. When I bring it to them, and then they look at me and go, "Are you out of your mind?" And then
Pretty much.
That one was easy though.
Yeah,
that
that
one
one
came
wasn't too
together
tough.
quick. So
I'm a big fan of the musical Left Turn. You know those songs where you're going along and all of a sudden, wham, and you go, "Whoa, what was that?"
but that's on our live from the end of the world first wave.
Yeah, we've done a live record. It's a weird live record because we were actually doing a
really
video
weird.
stream for while during the pandemic. So we were in a 200-seat club, but there's nobody there but us. And for fun, I just decided I brought in my recording studio rig and I recorded it for real. And when I got done, I listened to it back and I was amazed because it was like, wow, we really had a great night that night. There's nobody in the room, so it's live. But there's no audience, no anybody.
No
anywhere.
crew. The
Nothing.
lights are kind of off.
Yeah, I mean.
So it was eerie. It was like we were the last people on Earth.
Yeah, but if you listen to the recording without looking at the video and stuff, suddenly you realize, wow, this band's kicking some booty here.
You guys do kick booty, but you're putting Lori in the corner. We don't understand.
She's hiding right
If
now.
I'm hiding, you can all imagine that. Just pretend that I look like J-Lo, and I'm just.
Hey, but Lori, we can see your guitar and it looks beautiful.
I like my new guitar. Yeah.
Let's hear some more on that new guitar. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rusty Wright Band on Friday Night Unmasked.
Little thing I like to do about New Orleans, going to NOLA. When I found her, she had $100 bill in her hand. I know it wasn't mine. She just smiled and walked away.
went down to Rampart to see my dear old friend Joe. He said, boy, I gotta tell you, there's something about that girl you wanna know. Oh, what was it? I went down to New Orleans. I went down to New Orleans. I went down to New Orleans and I think I had a real good time. I was time and time on that sweet Louisiana wine. Taking it home.
The Rusty Wright Band live on Friday Night Unmasked. You guys sound awesome. Is it true that you've just completed a world tour?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, we wish.
a world tour in our respective computer interfaces. Yeah.
Actually, we were supposed to go on tour last summer before the bottom fell out.
Yeah, we were supposed to be in Poland and
we had
Czech
a-
Republic and
in the
Germany
Netherlands
and Netherlands.
Yeah, we had a
back in
nice Euro
October.
tour in October, but it went bye-bye.
Well, let's get
Everything
all.
went bye-bye in 2 weeks.
Let's get our shots, and you guys can do it here in a year or two. What do you say?
Hope so, yeah.
Cool.
Actually, 2022 will probably be when things will begin to come back together for folks, in a situation like ours. The big guys, the majors, they'll go out and do stuff early because they got big, huge bankrolls behind them. But for folks like us who are more of a midstream act that is in a genre that's not as well known, for us, a lot of the venues that used to service our kind of tours closed. So we're not going to be able to tour this summer at all because a lot of our venues that we use that get us to the festivals and theaters across the country we use the clubs that support our kind of music as stepping stones during the weekdays to get us to the bigger shows on the weekends. And a lot of those venues went down during the pandemic and they ain't coming back. So.
Nope.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, hanging out with us virtually unmasked tonight on Friday Night Unmasked, let's give the Rusty Wright Band not only a big round of applause, but you see the tip jar going across the screen over there. Let's help them out. PayPal, Rusty Wright Band, put some money in that tip jar because they are entertaining us. We're having so much fun on this Friday night. Tip
we do
them.
have a bunch of albums up.
Yeah.
If you go to rustyrightband.com, you can see videos. You can buy some music. You can get T-shirts. We got our "Spread Music, Not Hate" T-shirts.
Yep.
Get some merch. Get that merch.
And you can get some cool stuff and enjoy yourself, or sign up for our mailing list, and then you'll find out when we actually do get to go back out on the road.
We are starting to do shows, though. We've got concerts coming up.
Yeah, we do have concerts here in Florida.
Yeah, we've got several this month, which is nice. And we've hardly worked. From March and through November.
Yeah, the lockdown was pretty severe for everybody. So they're beginning to let things open back up on a regular basis.
And we're trying to be very careful.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we got to be careful. We need to get you up here to Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
I love
Cool.
Knoxville.
We usually play through Memphis, but Knoxville, come through there. Actually, we did the show in Chattanooga. That's not too far from there.
Yeah.
We did
Riverbend. Yeah, we did the Riverbend Festival in Chattanooga, which is a nice one.
That's a huge festival.
Hey, Rusty, where can we find you online to find out where you are playing and get some of those T-shirts and things like that?
rustywrightband.com all together. And Wright is spelled, like the Wright brothers, WRIGHT, rustywrightband.com.
Yep.
And there's actually, you'll be able to see the video. I have it posted there. We did that simul stream that we recorded that became the new live album that just came out. And you'll get to actually see the actual video of the concert as we were playing it to no one.
The cool thing about this is that we did it all in one take.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great.
this stuff was all done. We were live, for the video stream, so there was no do-overs. So everything you hear on the recording is all just the way it came rolling out.
That's it.
All right. Let's show the Rusty Wright Band some love tonight. What we want you to do, please hit your heart button right now. If you're watching live on Facebook Live, Friday Night Unmasked, hit the heart button, and then please reach deep in your pockets, the tip jar for the Rusty Wright Band. We can send them out when the pandemic gets done. And then share this video with all your friends so we can spread the great news about the Rusty Wright Band. Take it away, guys. I know you can't wait to play another one. Here we go, live on Friday Night Unmasked.
Right.
Cool.
Little thing off of our fourth album, I think, called Love Treats You Right.
Hope in the morning, baby, that love's gonna treat you right.
The Rusty Wright Band, live on Friday Night Unmasked. You got time for one more?
Black Cat.
Oh my! We're not used to doing these without a drummer.
I know.
Yeah, without a drummer.
Oh,
boy.
speaking of new drummer, the last time we got together when you were still in Florida, we got our new drummer.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, his name is Vale Hayes. He lives here in Florida.
He's fabulous.
He is amazing. As a bass player, I don't have to babysit a damn drummer.
Good
In
for
other words,
you,
we got
Nick.
to
That's
groove.
awesome.
I can do my job and not have to worry about it. So,
Well, we hope to meet him soon next time you're on Friday Night Unmasked.
He lives about 2 hours from us.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And so that's why we didn't bring him in tonight. Because
And we can see you're being safe, social distancing between each other, and we get that. But when things cool down here, we get healthy, we're going to look forward to meeting him and having him on the show.
cool. Party at Roger's house.
Let's do it. Let's keep the party going with the Rusty Wright Band.
Thing we like to do called chin football. 1, 2. Yeah, tonight, come on, we got an invitation to chin football. Get from there, won't take but a minute. You ain't gotta hurry, but you gotta get with it. Then sitting on around, then you hear the sound. 10 foot sing the open song, got hell to pay and it won't wait long. Wear your heart out on your sleeve, it's the final thing to real good deed. I ain't living in one day, but if you stand by me, time to change. See that man in the long red tie, he's a fan of yours and a friend of mine. Each one don't stop for me, got a destination that's guaranteed. Come sit by the fire, tell me your designs. 10 foot sink, we don't snowball, can't help it, cause the picture's small. Wear your heart out on your sleeve, it's the damnest thing that you ever will see. I ain't living in one day, but if you stand by me, time to change. Light goes all around, no home to be found. Oh no. 10 foot tambourine, set your spirit free. Oh yeah. Caroline, come on, we got an invitation to 10 football.
Rusty Wright, Lori Lacrosse Wright, Nick Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rusty Wright Band on Friday Night Unmasked. Thank you. So good to have you back on the show. Let's bring everybody up here. Let's get everybody in the screen here. Let's see how everybody's doing. There's Crazy Sweet Tea from Tennessee. We're going to bring up our band right there. We're going to bring up Ashley Adams from the B Morning Show. What a show tonight, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
Invite.
I stuck around to see the band because they were almost as good as Girl Scout cookies, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay and listen. So good job, fellas.
You
that's
just
the
wanted to
thing.
hang out with us in the
Yeah,
bathtub a little bit longer there, Sweet Tea from Tennessee.
If I wasn't in the bathtub, I'd be clogging. You don't want to be clogging up the bathtub.
Ashley, what's up for your weekend?
Well, I got soccer tomorrow. Got a big tournament up at Gatlinburg, Rocky Top Sports World.
Yeah.
So we got 2 games tomorrow. We got and we got 1 game on Sunday.
And that's
So
for
we'll be
your
up there
son.
Yeah, that's with Garrett, my son.
Well, good luck.
He asked me, he goes, when are those games earlier? And I said, they're tomorrow. He goes, oh. He goes, I thought it was at the end of the month. I said, we're almost there.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Well, we wish him the best of luck. Please drive safely, okay?
we'll do it. Thank you.
And the Rusty Wright Band, what's on the docket for your weekend?
We have a gig on
Sunday.
So I got to DVR the Tampa Bay game.
That's right. It could be the Bucks and the Chiefs, right?
This is true.
It could be the Bucks and the Chiefs.
We're going to be at Coconut Falls
Bonita Springs.
in Bonita Springs on Sunday.
Okay, nice.
Well, once again, where can we find you guys?
And always find us at rustywrightband.com. But we're also on Facebook and Twitter. Just type in Rusty Wright Band, and it'll pop up all over the place. You'll see so many links. You'll go, oh my God.
Now you have to put band in there because
Yeah, it has to
if
be
you
band.
don't, you'll come up with an evangelist who is really not happy about a blues guy named Rusty Wright.
Yeah, this fella, there's a serious evangelist guy named Rusty Wright who's trying so hard to get a stake into that whole, genre. And then every time, people type in his name, all my stuff comes up.
And then there's a football coach in Chattanooga named Rusty Wright, and there's a rodeo
Bronco,
guy.
a rodeo rider,
a
kid.
champion.
Yeah, he's a young kid, but he's actually real successful named Rusty Wright. So I thought all these years I was unique, and I'm just,
Well, a big thank you to the Rusty Wright Band. Ashley, thanks for staying up late with us tonight for the V Morning Show. I will catch you Monday. Good luck with your soccer games. Sweet Tea from Tennessee, you behave yourself and tell your husband, Craig, we said hello.
I'll do it. You always get his name wrong because it's Greg, but whatever. I just call him whatever because then if I ever mess up names, I'm like, I do that for fun. I call you all kinds of names.
And a big thank you to Garrett Wagley from Make-A-Wish, East Tennessee, and Robin Wilhoit from Channel 10. We appreciate all of you. Have a great weekend. We love you. Hope to catch you next week. Share this video with everybody. Be sure and do the cooking show for Make-A-Wish, East Tennessee with Robin and Garrett and Robin's husband. Check that out. Share this video. Rusty Wright Band, check them out. Be sure and tip them. Crazy Sweet Tea, what can we do for you?
I don't know, Roger. I wasn't even prepared for somebody to ever say what they could do for me. I'm speechless. I'm like, I don't even know.
Go
Gosh,
Chiefs.
I'm gonna have to think about that.
Go
I need
Chiefs.
some moments.
We love you. Be kind. Love on somebody this weekend. If it's virtual, give them a call. Whatever you need to do. We need to listen to one another. We need to love one another. We are created by the same God. We need to get along and learn from one another. God bless you. Catch you next Friday night on Friday Night Unmasked. You guys are great. Love you.
All right. Take care.
See you, man.